Joint venture with Alpus. Unlock the value of your land. A development proposition by Alpus Group. What if you could unlock real value without you funding the build for your plot of land or your property? The opportunity for landowners and portfolio holders who have unused land, underused property, untapped potential, sitting idle, is costing you money possibly. We can help you turn that potential into real value. The joint venture model. You bring the site, you own and control the land, whether raw land or underused property or inherited site, whatever it is, we'll review it and we'll establish whether a joint venture is worthwhile to enable us to increase the value of the site or property and unlock its value for sharing as part of a joint venture. We bring the capital. Alpus Group funds the full development. You do not need to finance the build, manage the construction costs, or take on the development debt. We deploy the capital required to take the project from site to completion. So this is in a special purpose vehicle, which we set up for each site, and we have our own in-house construction team so we can keep control of the construction costs. We bring the planning strategy and the delivery expertise. Our team manages the full planning process, project delivery and operator relationships. We align the scheme to real end-use demand and a credible commercial exit, maximizing the value of the site. We split the uplift. Once the project is delivered, the value created is shared as agreed. You participate in the upside, your share of the uplift without having funded the build or taken on the full development risk. You bring the site, we bring the rest. A joint venture built on complementary strengths, site ownership or control. This is what you bring. Land with potential, raw, underused or inherited, whatever the property is, we'll establish whether it's worthwhile to develop it. So your site plus shared uplift, which we agree at the outset. The outcome is a structured, risk-reducing route forward with no build funding required from you, and you're not taking the risk on the development. We bring capital, planning strategy, delivery expertise, and operator relationships end to end. Our contribution, capital, planning, delivery, and operators. And this is a long-term model for revenue. Why specialized supported housing? It's a different model from standard residential. Normally you would do a speculative development for exit and sale. The current property market is not conducive to this, whereas what our specialised supported housing model brings is a 15 to 25 year full repairing and insuring lease on the property. And so there's passive income for the whole of the period of that lease. The standard residential model is more risky these days, whereas the values, when you look at the full repairing and insuring lease for a specialised supported housing development, you take a bricks and mortar value and it obtains a certain profit, and then you can literally double that profit by taking the value of the commercial lease. So there's a stronger uplift with SSH projects. So the value is in the business structure, not just the bricks and mortar. It's in this commercial lease, which the value is in, because the lease provides for up to 4% per annum cost of living increase on the initial agreed rental. So the site, you own or control the site, the land, or it's a building, it's an underused property, it's an inherited site, and it's possibly a brownfield opportunity. It could be greenfield, but more often these are brownfield sites. It's a disused commercial site, it's overgrown or idle land. You don't really know what to do with it, but we can apply our expertise to enhancing the value of your land if it's located in the right place for specialised supported housing. If it's not, we can look at other possible uses as well so that we can evaluate the potential and then work with you to achieve it. The joint venture agreement, it's a formal, transparent partnership, not a loan. So this is a contribution of the site by you, the landowner, and it's a contribution of our expertise and our funding to develop the site. By the funding and delivery, we take the site once the special purpose vehicle is established, And we establish the planning strategy and approvals. We carry out all the project management and construction, the development, design management, commercial exit strategy. We fully deploy the capital. We have the operator relationships already, and we manage the risks end to end. Profit share uplift is agreed at the outset. You participate in the value creation without taking on the full development risk. So the uplift is calculated at the exit. The split is agreed at the JV initiation. We provide the build funding, and there's a transparent profit structure. It's income-backed asset value, and there's a formal documented agreement. So what you keep and gain, you keep and gain a structured, risk-reducing route forward. You gain access to a professionally managed development pathway without carrying the full financial burden of a build. Our joint venture structure is designed to protect your position while unlocking the latent value of your land or property. We're a specialist partner with capital and expertise. You're not navigating planning, construction, or operator relationships alone. Alpus Group brings the capital, the strategy, and the delivery network. So you benefit from institutional grade expertise without sourcing it yourself. Sharing the uplift without funding the build. So you're not taking the risk. You retain a meaningful stake in the value created. Once the scheme is delivered and the commercial exit is realized, the agreed profit share is distributed. You participate in the upside without having funded the development. You retain control and clarity throughout. The joint venture agreement is formal, transparent, and structured to keep you informed at every stage. You keep your land interest, gain a credible development partner, and move from idle asset, which is not producing revenue or insufficient revenue, to an active opportunity to really increase the value of your asset. So there is a filter. This is the fact that with specialised supported housing, you've got to have an area where the local authority need this particular service, and this is provided by a registered care provider who we would contract with. So not every site is suitable for specialised supported housing, but if the site fits the filter, then we look at the suitable layout, we look at if it's deliverable planning route, the right unit mix, credible operator structure. We work with several operators. We're selective about sites that fulfill these requirements. So, as I say, not every site will meet these requirements, but you can find out about whether your site meets the requirement by contacting us at Alpus Group. This is your potential to turn your site, top left, which is unused, into valuable residential assets. These are use class C3B assets for specialised supported housing. If you own the land or a portfolio asset that's sitting idle, let's have a conversation before you sell or leave it unused. We'll optimise the value of your assets. You can contact me, that's Alan, on 07539 141257. From outside the UK, that's +44 7539 141257. You can schedule a call with me at calendly.com/AlanJE, or you can drop me an email to alan@alpusgroup. Thank you for listening and watching our video. We look forward to hearing from you so that we can work with you. And don't forget to like our video, comment on it if you think it's appropriate, and subscribe to our channel.